Got so many slow duels, but we got the perfect arena for it. The Grand Lord Run arena. We got ourselves, let's go with Team Blue instead. We got Blazer playing more of that red pally. Mining for free rating, man. It's going to be Garabar on the Arms Warrior 1 and a team of Warlock Peachy coming in as a Feral Druid. And we're going to have Valor up in the back versus Team Red with Golrath going up first as the rank 1 Demon Hunter. We got ourselves Rebirth sitting in the back, Twisted, Vanguard, and Zally. That's pretty new. We got ourselves Golrath. How's it doing for Peachy? Getting a stun lock on the Peachy. Double stun with Thorns up and running. Is going to go for the Belv. I think he did take away the Thorns ASAP. Welcoming out onto Peachy with a bash for Golrath. Golrath getting hit with a root. That actually might be the ability that stops this Demon Hunter and distracts us, that root. Peachy's just going to try to see if he can get himself a reset for all the dots. Golrath is continuing to pump big numbers, big damage into Peachy. Peachy popping off massive cooldowns himself right now, actually. Massive Metamorphosis coming out for Golrath right now with a stun on Peachy. Does he have the big damage? Cyclotronic Blast coming out, actually. Almost one-shot Peachy, but it saved the trick and saved him with a wall coming out right after. But Golrath is not giving him any kind of leeway. He just continued to truck the pressure into Peachy. Nothing he can do. Short of stun into Golrath. Trying to see if he can bail out of there. Does he have anything? Try to go for a little bit of a shadow meld, but he got cleared down. That was so much damage, so much pressure. And one is going to be up next as a Demo Warlock. Now his playstyle, it's gonna be difficult versus Golrath. He already faced him, but he needs to get a fat Tyrant in there and a big CC chain onto Golrath. If you went for more of a Lucron playstyle with the double stun with the Felguard, I think that might have been the play. Cyclotronic Blast coming out actually does get interrupted on the channel though, but Golrath is taking a lot of damage from the Tyrant. He's just going to go healing through the damage. He's away from the Tyrant, so he's actually not stunning it, but that's going to be an imprisoned onto one right now. Golrath's health is about at half, and one has a pretty sizable army. Used to run out of darkness, immediately has that reflect available. That's going to be a fear into Golrath, actually walking him right out of darkness. Stun into Golrath to follow, but he doesn't have an army set up. You might need to save that stun for a little bit later. Get the army up, then stun and try to burst as much damage. I think stun, Bile Scourge Bombers combo is going to help him get closer and closer to victory. Try to save that until the next massive Tyrant. Continue to go for back-to-back fears, shortest fears in the world, and that's where one is just going to have to try to take up this damage. Going to go next to his port right now, trying to drop the Bile Scourge Bombers into Golrath, who's going to walk out of him, actually making a conscious decision to walk away from them. That's going to be one. Walling this up, try to deal with this damage for Golrath. Trinket, 1 minute left on Trinket for Golrath right now, and one still might have a chance. It's going to be stunned to Golrath. Try to get the armor up and running. Is he going to have enough here? Needs to get himself a Tyrant roll, and it's going to be a Reflect for one. Try to see if he can land a Fear. Does land a Fear at the last second with a Drain Life. Has a pretty sizable army to work for. Going to be a full stun on the army for Golrath. Massive heals coming out for this Demon Hunter. That's going to be Bile Scourge Bombers, but they do miss. One needs to walk right into Bile Scourge right now. Golrath again, trying to make sure he's maneuvering around. Does get interrupted on his I-beam with a back-to-back Go Downs coming out for one. Horror Effect to follow, maybe a Fear right after. One is just trying to kind of secure himself a win. Try to go for the Tyrant right now. Big stun onto Golrath. Does get right on top of one. Is that going to be enough damage here? Needs to go for massive cleave. He's going to get a lot of AoE damage rolling right now. Big Blade Dance coming out, but he's not in Demonic, so he's not getting any leech healing, but he's just taking so little damage with a Blur up and running. One is going to get a Reflect rolling. That is going to be a Bell for that Reflect with a stun to follow. Golrath is going to get himself full Metamorphosis up and running and try to see if he can get a Cyclotronic. Going to get feared way out of there. For one, man, he's just riding out of cooldowns little by little. Does get a stun and a channel. Cyclotronic by himself is going to get interrupted by Golrath into a fear to follow. I don't know what one can do in this situation, man. The amount of damage this Demon Hunter does by himself. It's a one-man army, and one literally has an army of demons all around him. There's not a lot he can really do about this. That's going to be a full stun onto one with an I-beam to follow by Golrath. One, try to go for a little bit of a self-heal with a Fell Flame Save Trigger coming out. Does he have the port? He does have the port. The duel has been going for this long. He's not letting this Demon Hunter win this. No Trigger available for Golrath though, so if one can get a big setup with a Tyrant, he might be able to do something here with that stun. Going to be a Reflect available for one. Does land a Fear onto Golrath. He cannot interrupt into that Reflect. Second Fear with a bit of Drain of Life. One, doesn't have a wall, maybe has a Warlock Healthstone sometime soon. Is going to go, I think, for a self-heal with a Flame. I think. I know he got hit by a flame from Golrath. He's actually going to swap to Succubus Pet instead, just so he can get a little bit of CC pressure and run away from the guy. Succubus CC came in as very clutch. Is going to try to get a Tyrant. Going to get interrupted on the Tyrant, however. Trying to continue running from Golrath. Maybe another hand to go down. Maybe a Tyrant right now might be able to get big damage. Trinkets out of that stun. Trying to get the Tyrant up and running, as that's all he has left right now. Trying to shot a Fury in the end. The Tyrant didn't last long enough, and Golrath has a pre-blur available for Valorant, who's up next. Trying to see if he can actually kind of kite around Golrath. Trying to build up some resources without really touching the guy. And this man, 5 minutes in. So many people slain, dude. And not even like just anybody either. That was Peachy. Peachy is one of the better Pharaohs in these duels. And one is a god, but this Golrath, dude, it's just so high item level. It is not even funny. Valorant just gonna trick it out of that. Imprison, massive meta coming down onto Valorant as he does bubble this. And Golrath is just gonna fly up in the air, man. This man just get up and stop. Just try to wait out the bubble. That's gonna be Shield of Vengeance up and running. Try not to break that Shield of Vengeance early. Darkness may be coming down for him. No, just gonna try to see if he can get mobile. Try to see if he can break Valorant's Shield of Vengeance without touching it. Does get to clip it with that I-beam. With a Cyclotronic Blast to follow. Does he have enough to follow up? That was a lot of damage into another blade. Dance could get an interrupt into Valorant. And that'll be lights out for this guy. Barely has any cooldowns. Trying to get a heal. I don't know where he got a heal from. Was that a Warlock Hellstone or something? Bob coming in, does get it dispelled immediately. His last bastion of defense doesn't have anything to follow up here, and it's gonna go down immediately. Garber not wasting any time. 6 minutes in. Might actually be better for Garber to wait for Dampener, honestly. Probably should have given him the honor though. Looks like Garber is lagging a little bit. Gotta get an interrupt onto the I-beam immediately, not even giving him a moment. And Golrath is just stealing whatever buffs Garber is getting. Whatever buffs he is getting. Try to get a charge in prison. Does he have Zerka's Rage out of this? I think he can Zerka's Rage out of this, can you not? It's like an incap. Maybe use Zerka's Rage for something else, just maybe to get enraged. That's not a mechanic anymore, actually, for arms. Gonna be a stun into Garber. Doesn't trinket, or doesn't have a way to trinket out of it. Might have used his human racial early. Still sitting in defensive stance. Might eventually have to go offensive. Is gonna get the reflect up and running. Golrath is gonna save his stun for a little bit later. I feel like Garber might just have to go all out, full offensive into Golrath. That's going to be eye for an eye for Garber right now, and Golrath is just trying to kite him around as best as possible. Garber actually looking to get some line of sight, but that's going to be a stun by Golrath. Engaging on top of him, looking to one-shot him. Same trick coming down. Garber going to go for that commanding shot. Popping in battle stance. I think he's taking exactly what I said too hard. Is going to get himself a reflect roll. He needs to go for the big setup, big damage, but I think his health might not give him a chance here. Golrath is going to break out of the fear to a bleed, and it's going to follow up right into Blazer. Blazer needs to end him right now, and there's no blur up and running. Darkness could bring Darkness's damage. If it were to Hodge coming out, does Blazer have the big damage? Big wings coming out. Big Icicle sentence. Big choppers work. Needs to come out. Golrath actually surviving it. Big damage continuing to pummel out of Blazer. He's going to go for an I-beam. Bubble coming in from Blazer. That's going to be Darkness for Golrath. Massive heals out of his trinket. 7 minutes in. Dampening not high enough. Well, Golrath can just continue healing back to back. And Blazer is trying to do what he can while wings are up and running. Still getting some nasty big holy damage. Golrath is going to fly up. I think he gets a middle line of sight. Is that line of sight? He's not even line of sighted. Oh my god, this card is the worst. Whoever threw this card over in the arena, it's worst line of sight against the Demon Hunters. Hodge coming down. Golrath has a trinket for it. Has blur up and running. Stun into Blazer. Does he have the big I-beam? Has the perfect I-beam setup. Wombo combo every time. Cyclotronic Blast from afar. Forces Blazer not only Shield of Vengeance, but a safety trinket. Dispels an instant and Blazer goes down. Golrath is actually insane. This is why this dude is literally rank 1 Demon Hunter. Rank 1. Literally. Holy shit. I like seeing 1v5s, but that's just not fair. What, Demon Hunter? Should we not let that guy in?